Bonjour à tous et bienvenue à ce troisième épisode de Romance Christmas. Mon nom est Michael et j'espère que de votre côté vous allez bien. Au courant du dernier épisode, Enza a déjà joué un petit puzzle, donc vous a raconté une histoire de sa façon barde pour nous faire découvrir un élément, dans le fond, le fameux meurtre du gars du moulin. Donc, on a réussi à résoudre le meurtre et à résoudre l'énigme. Et avec plein de méthodes différentes, ça reste vraiment nice là-dessus. Donc, ça sort de l'ordinaire, c'est pas les méthodes auxquelles on s'entend. On voit d'habitude et tout ça avec les pièces de poker, les cartes et tout ça. Ça va être très, très, très intéressant plus tard. Je vous souhaite un bon visionnement.
Oh, pris la main dans le sac! I see. An amateur mistake on my part. Elegant hesitated for a while, then turned to look at me. Thank you for reminding me. Ah, you're welcome. Et qui nous dit que c'est pas nous autres son target? So it turned out that you really are investigating something here. I guess I'm right. You're not entirely wrong. But now it's too late to change my clothes. I have to think about how to play this afterward. Elegant, who had been confident until now, seemed to become nervous as she gazed at the reflection in her mug. When you have a moment, I'd like to find some time to hear what you're actually doing here. It's late, I'm going to bed. Good night. I said goodbye to Elegant and went upstairs to my room. My room was the first on the right. Unsurprisingly, Tarn has already cleaned up the guest room impeccably. Maybe I was too drunk. I kicked off my boots and flew onto my bed, almost dreaming when I touched the pillow. In my dreams, I could hear a voice coming from downstairs. The sound reverberated through the empty hall as if I were lying in the cradle when I was a child, hearing my mother hum an unknown lullaby. But the tune of music had a kind of disharmony that was distinctly sinister. Sort of like when you open your eyes, only to find your cradle dangling off the edge of a cliff. The strange midnight music was unsettling, like something dark and ominous was about to spring out of the shadows to grab me. Do you want to go downstairs and have a look? Let's go downstairs and have a look. It's a little creepy, but it's not good to just ignore it. I can't sleep anyway. I climbed out of bed and took my dagger out of the inner pocket of my coat. Moving carefully with a dagger behind my back, I slowly cracked the door open. Fortunately, that cheap old bastard Tarn didn't forget the hole in the hinge. The door opened without making a loud sound. Cool! Pour moi, on s'est pas fait avoir là-dessus. I crept, bare-pawed, down the stairs, holding the handrail as I slowly descended. My footpads gently fell on the carpet of the stairs. Fortunately, it seemed that whoever was downstairs hadn't noticed me. The music continued. There were no lanterns or candles lit downstairs. The only light came from the wavering flames of the fireplace, and my shadow danced on the wall as I went. I clenched the dagger behind my back and slipped down the last few steps. There was a familiar shadow in the chair in front of the fireplace. How do I do this? C'est quelqu'un qui dit quoi? Forestall. Strike before they notice you. I readied my dagger and dashed forward. Qu'est-ce que tu fais là, Anzox, pour vrai? Qu'est-ce que tu fais là? So, Anzox turned around and raised his loot to block the attack. Indonesia. Ramen, what in the hell is your problem? Now my loot. He looked back to me with a furious glare as a barely suppressed hiss of anger escaped from his throat. Sorry, I guess you spooked me. We can discuss the destruction of my livelihood in the morning. Now, if you don't mind. As I strutted upstairs with his broken loot, muttering darkly under his breath. I don't know how he got upstairs, walking like that without waking everyone in the tavern. At a loss for what I had to do, I tiptoed back into my room and slowly went to sleep. I felt like a clumsy pup that had just broken a vase. Lui, en tout cas, sa relation, on vient de la perdre. Jour numéro 2. On est le 24 décembre 1285. For the rest of the night, I slept comfortably and dreamlessly. The first day of my holiday! Yay, on est en vacances! Notre première journée de vacances! Looks like I get spend my Christmas holiday with a half-mad bard and a mysterious adventurer in a tavern in the middle of nowhere. And eat nothing but vegetarian dishes all day long. Truly, such extravagance would make even the Pope himself jealous. There was a thick layer of snow on the windowsill, but it was sunny outside. I held the handrail of the stairs and went down slowly. C'est sûr qu'il est en maudit, c'est sûr. Il va nous le reprocher, c'est sûr. I could hear the sound of wooden cups knocking the tables up from the hall, and the smell of barley spread through the fire-warm air. Nice, on a plus de monde. Cool. Okay. Sure enough, more guests came as soon as it was sunny. Si j'aime tellement pour vrai les personnages, j'aimerais qu'ils ont fait, c'est juste malade. J'aime leur style, j'aime... Tu sais, le Shark, man, avec cet habit-là, c'est juste malade. Lui, ça a l'air d'être un forgeron ou un artisan ou quelque chose du style. Le lapin, c'est un peu plus dur à dire. Un artiste, peut-être? Peut-être. Avec le petit bonnet... Peut-être. Le petit nœud ici. Ah, intéressant. Il a son loot, il a pas de l'air brisé. Finally up, hein? God, it must be nice to have a cushy smart guy's job where you don't have to wake up before dawn. Oh, come on. I only get to sleep late during the holidays. I scratched my disheveled hair a few times. Yanis, why are you here so early? The dog's completely frozen. It's either be bored at home or come drinking at the tavern. He reached out and clapped his hand with me, squeezing tight. Yay, lui au moins il nous a shaké la main. What the hell? I still need that hand, you know? Maybe you should exercise more. How are you gonna catch criminals if you can't even take a handshake? Dennis clapped me on the shoulder as he spoke. Bang! Une belle petite claque sur l'épaule. C'est sûr que j'ai pas resté en place. Easy! Whoa! I'm just messing with ya. So, are you gonna stay here during the Christmas holiday? I figure someone like you would go on a trip or something. Oh well. I can't travel with these injuries. I think you broke something important. Hey, maybe I should put you out of your misery then. Oh, no thanks. If you pat me to death, you'll just ruin Tsarn's business. Yanis grinned and raised a hand just as Tsarn poked his head out of the kitchen. Remember, Yanis, if you keep messing around, I throw you out. C'est pas lui qui a lancé, à grosseur qu'il a, là, sincèrement. C'est un requin, for God's sake. S'il a réussi. Not everyone here is as big, buff, and tough as you, Taylor. For example, Peter. Hey, don't look down on me! Peter slapped his hands on the table and stood up. That was a martial artist. But it's true, I mean, I've never seen Yanis lay a finger on you. That's because he knows he can't mess with me. Ready? Wanna take me on, Fluffy? No, I don't want to end up losing control and breaking you in half. Yeah, right. Yeah, right, Peter. Either do it or shut up. Well, it's not like my body weaker than yours. Alright, there are some things that don't have to be forced. Why must be different races be so different? At least everyone is the same in a legal sense. What's the use? Fixement même à chaque fois. I don't need to deal with criminal every day like you. The lie is unequal, and it's my business. Besides, what else is the same in the legal sense? Booze, money, and room charge. Booze, money, and room charge. Those aren't even legally mandated. That's just you being an opportunist. Speaking of an opportunist, hey Kane, did you find another job yet? Well, a few days ago, the cook at this small restaurant nearby quit because of the low salary. I figured I'd go and try my luck. I mean, it's a long shot, given how many times I've been canned in the past. Maybe try to get a hold of your temper. No one will dare to hire you if you have another attack. If you could control your temper, perhaps Sarn will hire you as a kitchen assistant in the busy season. Look, if keeping my temper wasn't as easy as you said, then I wouldn't have got kicked out so many times. It's okay. Nobody in this world is perfect. I'd better comfort him a bit, or he'll just end up blowing up later. Peut-être lui qui était fier. I just wanted everything to go smoothly this time. C'était lui qui était critiquable. Kane started to drink alone. It seems that everyone hasn't changed much. It's the same as last year when I couldn't get a case and spent a lot of time in taverns. Ah, the good old days. Sure, being broke and staring at an empty wallet hurt, but in the company of my friends, life didn't seem to be so sad. What should I do now? Oh! Il est rendu avec une map où on peut parler. Donc, on va juste regarder la map vite fait. On a le cellar. Kitchen. Les toilettes. On a le hall. Upstairs. Ok, cool. On peut juste pas quitter ça, guys. Je vais rester dans le hall, merci. Ok. Fait que, note pour moi-même, on ne paraît pas la map à part si on a l'intention de bouger. Maybe we should get a cup of ale to soothe my throat before I start talking too much. Ok, fait qu'on va aller au kitchen. I raised a board that separated the counter and all and squeezed through the narrow passage. Sometimes I wonder how Sarn can cram himself into such a small space. C'est encore là. Je sais pas si ça a de l'importance qui est marqué là. Who knows? Mais je saurais pas dire c'est quoi. I poked my head through the curtain. Sarn was washing the dishes, but stopped and turned to me. What's the matter, Roman? No. A cup of ale, please. I'm a bit thirsty after chatting all morning. Mind if I help myself to some ale? Okay, just remember to turn off the tap. I took off a mug from under the counter and slipped into the cellar. Le cellier. After filling my mug, I took a sip and considered my next course of action. Ah, hell. The lubricant of both mind and tongues. I raised the board that separated the counter and all and squeezed through the narrow passage again. Sarn was listening the... Ah, ok. On peut demander par rapport à l'autre. What's the matter? Ask about Elegant's room. Elegant is still staying here, right? I wonder which room is hers. The third room, on the right. Thanks. On the right, ça veut dire que ce serait là. Ok. Parce que c'est de ce côté-là. Pour nous autres, c'est la gauche sur le plan. N'oubliez pas qu'on monte de là. Donc, c'est à droite de la vue du personnage. On va te la voir. Juste pour le fun. I knock on the door on the third floor, on the third room on the right. Who is it? It's me, Roman. Is there something the matter? Purpose of disguising. Just wanted to ask a quick question. Elegant opened the door and stood there, looking at me expectantly. Her hand didn't leave the doorknob. Hey, elle a pu son hood. I wanted to know why you dress like that. I asked in a low voice. Do you wonder about the reason which I dress like this, or are you questioning the motive? Moi, c'est tes yeux là, man. Ça me fait rire. Why not both? Elegant stepped away a bit, leaving enough room for me to squeeze through the door sideways. Not sure if I should try. Her body language and expression suggest she wasn't looking for company. Would you rather stand at my door than speak? You are aware of the recent arrivals downstairs, are you not? She moved back again further. I slipped into the room and she shut the door behind me. On a pu l'entendre en plus. They're regulars here. Decent people. You don't need to be worried about them. They may be decent individuals in this place, but what does not mean they are so outside of it? You have already seen through my disguise, so I feel no need to hide. The same cannot be said of them. As of this moment, the only one I trust are Sarnes and you. Ah, I didn't realize I was included. It's an honor. Given your relationship with Sarn, I can trust you. For now. I'd make it for an excellent ally. There is no great reason why I am here. I got a big job in the last tavern. I don't suppose you'd be willing to share next time. Only if you accept a 90-10 split for the fee. 90-10? Wait, what? Do I get the 90? What's it, sir? Elegant cleared her throat and continued. Are you familiar with the Cathedral of Saint Isaac? What's that? A cathedral under the Rheims Diocese, currently under construction in the capital. 12 years ago, there was a disaster when one of the center pillars collapsed. The noble brothers who were supervising the construction site, the other is called Brando, and the younger's name is Jonathan. We're buried under the rubble. Hey, ça peut pas être une coïncidence que dans Jojo Bizarre Adventure, le nom du méchant c'est Dio Brando. Ce sont des frères nobles, puis que son frère c'est Jonathan Joster, right? Ça peut pas être une coïncidence. C'est sûr que c'est un clin d'œil. Non, c'est sûr. Oh, wow! La seule affaire que je me demande, c'est à la fin de les... Est-ce qu'ils meurent, les deux, dans le manoir de Jojo? Hey, je me rappelle pas. C'est sûr que c'est un lien bâtard. C'est trop pareil. According to reports, one of the junior clergy to the local abbot, the collapse was caused by the brothers, who had lined their pockets by using substandard materials and cheating the workers. So the story proved to be the perfect tool to persuade others to donate. After all, everyone fears the punishment of God. People are willing to give up anything, so long as they avoid the flame of hell. By the way, je suis désolé si j'ai fait faire le soin à quelqu'un avec la cri que j'ai lâché. According to reports of one of the junior clergy to the local abbot, the collapse was caused by the brothers who had lined... Hey! Pourquoi ça reculé? So I'm guessing you were hired to investigate further. Yes. Now that I have settled in, I plan to insinuate myself into the cathedral. Your client didn't tell you to come to the White Star, did they? Of course. Travelers and mercenaries tend to stop in at taverns such as these as they travel. You know as well as I that the tavern rumor mill is awash with contracts and ways to exchange information. But why spend so much money investigating a closed case about something involving the church? That is neither my problem nor my concern. Take the job, perform the job, take the payment. Anything else is immaterial. I do not concern myself with any secrets my client may have. Elegant turned and opened the door. Il est temps de partir, mon cher Romain. It seemed that she was counting my question as immaterial as well. Elegant turned and looked back at me, waiting silently. Well, sorry to bother you. I left quickly and sensitively. The door shut behind me with a click. Oui, là! C'est pas une coïncidence, toute cette histoire-là. Oh, wow. Est-ce qu'on a... Hey, est-ce que c'est nice? Ok. Fait que ça, c'est la chambre, probablement, de Tsarn. Non, il avait dit qu'il dormait dans the attic, non? On va le voir. The attic was Tsarn room. Anzax was also living there temporarily. There weren't any stairs between the third floor and the attic, only a ladder that went up and down. The ladder was usually pulled up into the attic, but you could use the rope connected to the top of the ladder by a pulley to bring it down. The rope, which was set between the second and third room on the left, dangled closely. You see that? The ladder would drop down if someone pulled on the rope in order to go upstairs. I really shouldn't enter Charn's room without permission. Je sais pas pourquoi, mais j'ai l'impression que ça va avoir un lien plus tard. On va retourner en bas. Toilette, hall. Pas mal ce qu'il nous reste à voir. I'll go to the restroom and comb my hair. I wet my hand, posed for a better angle, and combed my hair carefully in the mirror. Il a de l'air tellement joyeux. falling gray hairs fluttered down like snow from my scalp, eventually landing on the wash basin. Shedding season had already passed, obviously. Even those falling hairs had regrown in the winter. Maybe I should take care of myself better the next time I get busy. The last thing I need to do is look terrible in front of clients. Okay, fine. Il n'y a plus rien d'autre à faire là. Right? It's nearly lunchtime, déjà. Go have lunch or chat with some more. Hang around. Je vais apprendre à les connaître un peu plus. Who are you talking to? Lui, il est même plus, fait que ça donne absolument rien de parler. Oh, ben, à qui vous voulez parler, guys? On a le choix entre Peter, qui est notre fameux lapin, entre Anzox, qui est notre bard qu'on a détruit son lutte. On a le choix avec Yanis, qui est notre fameux requin là, qui est un seller. C'est quand même nice. Ils ont donné le rôle de seller à un requin. Puis on a Kane, qui est à la recherche de job parce qu'il est un temper de merde. Donc, ça va bien avec son bull type, là. Je sais pas. Est-ce quelqu'un qui sait c'est quoi l'animal qui est représenté par... C'est quoi le vrai nom de l'animal qui est représenté par Kane? Ça va être intéressant. Ah, on l'a peut-être inclus. Un buffalo. Buffalo, right. C'est un 8e job dans un restaurant. Il travaille comme un cuisinier. Il a tendance à briser les choses quand il est fâché. Yanis! I took my mug and sat opposite of Yanis. Before you start, I'll pass on the shoulder smack. Don't touche-moi pas. Yanis, half standing, took his hand back slowly and scratched his hand embarrassedly. Comme, ça me tentait, mais je le ferai pas. Sorry, old habits and such. It's just a friendly greeting is all. That's one way to put it, I guess. Looking to chat or something? Live by the sea. Why not seaside tavern? Nothing for now. Live by the sea. I'm a little bit curious about how live by the sea is like. Live by the sea? That's nothing special. You know how much folks like you visit the sea on holiday. It's kind of the opposite for us. It's nice to get someplace far away from the brine and constant motion. Us sea folk are so used to the terrifying waves of the sea, it's kinda relaxing to enjoy the inland life for a while. After all, it's not like the earth will rise up out of the blue and swallow your house and everyone in it. That's not impossible. I bet you heard of earthquake? The sea's like that all the time. And an earthquake only happens every so often. Aren't you a big tall sailor? Why do you fear the waves so much? The expression in Yannis' face rose suddenly. Oh, il a serré le poing. You don't understand. Looking to chat or something. Oh, il a fini ça direct de même. Tu ne comprends pas. Je veux pas t'en dire plus. Tant pis that's all, man. Je veux pas m'embarquer là-dedans. Wow! Ok. Pourquoi que les poètes... Pourquoi que... C'est étrange que... Un requin comme lui... On va assumer que c'est un requin, on s'entend, là. Aurait peur des waves. Aurait peur des vagues de même. Who knows? Why not seaside tavern? Pourquoi tu irais pas dans une taverne qui est sur le bord de la mer? Ou de l'océan? Voilà. Aren't you satisfied with the tavern near the dock? Why come all the way to the White Star instead? Have you been to those taverns over there? I came in and had a look when I was handling a case. Then you saw the fish hooks and fishing nets they like to hang on the back wall behind the counter. You're scared of fish hooks? You would be too if you were a shark. Looking to chat or something? No, come on, on te laisser parler. Merci. That's all. It seems like you didn't drink enough. So you ran out of talking material, huh? Who are you talking to? Okay. Okay, on va aller parler à Peter. I thought I was with Peter at his table. Peter looked up at me. Oh boy, il a l'air traumatisé. Comme, il va me manger! C'est un loup! Raymond, do you think there's such a thing as true fairness? Still struggling with the same problem, huh? Compared to a lot of places in the world, Apollyon is pretty fair. Where else could you see so many different species being friendly in this same tavern? This place is the exception, not the rule. There are dozens of restaurants and taverns in the capital which only serve meat-eating mammals. Although it's forbidden by law, they always have ways to avoid it. They just tell the inspector that, wonders of wonders, there were nowhere before customers that day, or the day special just happens to be grilled veal. You know, most of the inspectors are carnivores too. So even if the reasons are just bald-faced lies, they can still get away with it. There are so many injustices in life. Why do we pretend not to see them? Apollyon is still young, and things can take time to change. Not everyone has the time to wait. Okay, fine. I took my mug and sat down opposite to Kane. It looked like Kane didn't notice me as he scooped up a spoonful of stew and watched it dribble back into the bowl. I can't blame Sorry. What? Stopping his hand, Kane looked up to me. Nothing. I just feel Sarn's cooking still. I don't think it's that bad. Indeed, this vegetable stew is excellent. By the standards of a carnivore. Other carnivores won't taste anything weird. I don't want to sound like a herbivore supremacist or anything, but still, think that it's better to leave the cooking vegetable dishes to people like us. I can almost hear the radishes in this stew screaming from the mistreatment. C'est quoi ton... Comment tu sais quand tu cuisines du bœuf? Our relationship isn't that bad, is it? Of course. Then, if I ask you a sensitive question, you won't get angry at me? How could I be angry with you? What is it? Well, do you have some unique feelings when you cook steaks? You have no idea how many carnivores ask me that same question. What do you think about wolves? The one that walks on four legs, I mean. There was a stuffed wolf head as a wall hanging in my whole house. But other than that, I don't have much of an opinion. If you're fine with a stuffed wolf head, then I'm fine with cooking steaks. After all, it's not like the meat came from someone I knew. Okay, pas de sir. Who are you talking to? On a pas mal parlé aux trois que je voulais parler. On peut quand même parler à Hanzox, right? I said by Hanzox. And El my cup. I'm sorry about last night. Hanzox glared at me, cradling his broken lute. Maybe think of it as taking the break. Do I look like I can afford a break? After Christmas, I'll take you to a musical instrument maker to get a new. I'm already in love with this lute. Any style you like, plus extras for the last work time. Deal! I know that I looked suspicious last night. But maybe next time, look a bit closer before you try to stab me. Okay, next time I will. Lunchtime, let's go. It smells like vegetables too. I've got good news and bad news. The good news is that Kane decided to bust into my kitchen and, quote, show you idiot what actual vegetable stew is like. Luckily for you guys, he cooked the stew before I managed to herd him out onto the street. The bad news is today's lunch is vegetable stew. That's fine, I've given up anyway. Anyway, bon appétit. I stirred the stew with my spoon, and the thick soup swirled slowly in the bowl. Yanis was holding the bowl to his face and dumping the liquid into his upper mouth. That really can be a healthy way to eat anything. Kane ate his masterpiece contentedly, without any hesitation, while glancing at me secretly from time to time. I lowered my head immediately and had a few bites.
On a toute une nouvelle brochette de personnages qui vient de se joindre à nous. Donc on a Yanis le requin, Peter le fameux lapin, et on a aussi Kane, le genre de... pas un taureau, non, c'est plus un... je me trompe, un buffle, je crois. Je crois. Qui vient de se joindre à notre brochette de personnages qu'on avait déjà à la base. Mais ce qui est le plus intéressant de cet épisode-ci, c'est ce que Elegant nous a raconté d'un cas qu'elle a qui s'est passé 12 ans avant avec un certain Brendo et Jonathan. Donc, qu'elle essaye de réélucider le cas, même si la fameuse enquête a été fermée. Donc, ça reste... je sais pas où elle va s'en aller avec ça, mais elle pense que probablement le coupable est parmi nous. Aucune idée pourquoi le coupable se trouverait dans cette taverne-là, mais on risque de le découvrir ensemble. Donc, entre-temps, si vous voulez voir l'action en live sur Twitch, le lien va être juste ici. Sinon, vous pouvez toujours le retrouver dans la description de cette vidéo. Je vous souhaite une excellente fin de journée ou une excellente fin de soirée, tout dépendant de ce qui s'applique à vous. Prenez soin de vous, et à la prochaine! Bye bye!